Here's our campsite at Pat Mazie Lake near Paris, Texas. We're out on a peninsula and we have water and a beach on all three sides. And there's nobody else in our entire loop. There's a couple of people within the campground further up in other loops. But this one is all ours. What a great spot. $10 a night with electric and water. Corps of Engineers using our America the Beautiful half-price senior access pass. Pretty nice place. Nick approves, right, Nick? He's got to give it the sniff test. And this is, I believe, Texas clay. Stuck to my shoes. Well, even in a park with power, you can sometimes have a power outage. We're running everything off our BLUETTI, and we figured we would plug in our new solar blanket that we're trying out. We just got this for Christmas. I don't know how well your microphone will work in this wind. We're a little breezy today.
Yeah, got a little wind today.
Yeah. So this is from Renogy, and it's a 400-watt portable solar panel blanket. So we do have two 100-watt flexible panels that we could bring out. We store those behind the love seat. We also have a 320-watt panel on the roof of the cargo trailer if we wanted to use that. But Steve wanted to use this because it's brand new and we've only tested it at home.
All right. Let's see, I gotta get underneath here. Right now our BLUETTI's at 58%, and bringing in from our solar panel 85 watts of power. 87, of course, as you can see, it's overcast.
Yeah, no sun right now.
It's up to 92 now, and the motorhome is drawing 50 watts, everything that we have running inside.
And that's the Starlink, my computer, and other various things inside are running.
So right now we're ahead of the game by 30 watts. And that's without any sun.
Yeah, so now we gotta wait for some sunshine. If you can see out here, the sun comes and goes. There's bright spots and clouded spots. But we're just doing this for fun. The power is supposed to be restored by about 1:30. That's their approximate guess.
And here we're up to 200 watts coming in with the sun.
Oh, we got sunshine now.
200 watts. So that's pretty impressive, seeing that there's an awful lot of clouds.
Oh, now we're getting really strong sun.
200, almost 300 watts.
Oh, 300 watts.
With this much cloud is pretty wild.
Now this blanket can be folded two portions covered, and then it's only 200 watts.
Yeah.
You can fold just portions of it if you want. It has little hanging loops on the corners and at the kind of the intersections or the folds. You can hang this right up on the side of the motorhome with suction cups. We have those. Or you could hang it even over here on the side of the trailer. Or some people even lay it out across the hood of their vehicle, especially these off-roaders or overlanders. they will drape it over the hood of their vehicle, but we don't want the paint scratched. But they'll add a couple suction cups to their windshield and drape it across and let it work that way. Then it's off the ground.
Yep. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the little bit of sunshine we've had, and getting up to 300 watts is pretty good.
Yeah, so this is our little Christmas present to ourselves. We actually bought it on a Black Friday sale off Amazon. Or no, we ordered it directly from Renogy, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
It was a special deal and free shipping. So we'll put a link below at both the Renogy site and the Amazon site. And of course, we're not sponsored in any way. We paid for this with our own money. But we have options for solar. By having the big panel back here on the trailer, we could just run those cords over here. We have an extension. We can run this folded 400 watt, or we can also run the two flexible 100s. So altogether we have what, 920 watts of solar capability. And our BLUETTI down here can handle all that coming in, plus some. And we do charge this when we drive. We have the BLUETTI 1, I think it's back here. There it is, way back here. We have that underneath here. That charges when we drive with a special DC to DC charger.
Well, good. I wanted to see how this worked, seeing that we never tried it before.
Yeah. So, and we're keeping an eye over here on our power post when the Progressive Industries electrical management system over here gets a good power reading. When the power gets restored, it will check everything before it allows the power to flow through to our camper. But we're comfortable, it's okay. Later on, if it gets really hot, we might want our air conditioning running. And it's supposed to get up to 80 today, but I don't know. It's pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah.
So, here we are out in the wind.
Yeah, getting blown away.
My goodness. This is just beautiful here with beach on all three sides of us. Brought in the burgers fresh off the grill. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Along with fresh veggies. I'm glad that we made a stop at Aldi yesterday and stocked up on our vegetables. So that's what we're eating tonight in the What Have You kitchen. I like the Thousand Island. He likes the ketchup. We make a good team. Well, we're in the middle of some pretty ferocious thunderstorms here, and we're getting just battered by the wind from the west and the south. There's really bad storm warnings, and the two counties to the next to us is telling people take shelter. So we decided we're going to move from the shoreline where we're at up to a clearing area by the outhouse and shower building. Steve is grabbing the electrical cord, and we just pulled up the jacks and pulled in the slides. So we are going to drive up there and get in a little safer space away from the shores of the lake where all the winds are hitting us. We're just getting rocked and rolled and buffeted. So this is our adventure. Okay, we're in a little lull of the storm and the wind right now before the next wave is hitting us. So we're going to drive. It is 1:15 in the morning. I have a flashlight right here banging around. There we go. Okay. And back by the main entry to the park, where there's all 3 loops to the campground, is an open area, so we don't have to worry about trees falling on us, because we are just getting barraged with wind. And I would rather be in an open area where we don't have trees overhead. You're my hero, Steve. Rescuing us. We weren't sleeping anyhow. We've just been getting battered by the wind, and I'm scared it's going to rip our slide topper. Steve has it padded with a pool noodle along the edge. I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. But the only way our bed works is if the slide's out. And it's already less windy on this side of the peninsula than where we were. We'll see what it looks like in the morning in the daylight. If we should stay at a site up on this side, move sites, because it looks like we have more storms coming at about 4 to 5 a.m. Boy, we don't often drive at night, do we, Steve?
No, we do not.
Good, I'm glad the gate's not locked. At some Corps of Engineer parks, they lock the gate overnight. Then the only way to get out or in is to go knock on the host's door and see if they can get a hold of a ranger. Ooh, more lightning. At least it stopped raining for a little bit too. We've been barraged with rain. Probably another good reason to get away from the shore of the lake. They did warn about flooding on the local news. But that's kind of the 2 counties just west of us. But the storm is moving from the west to the east, right to the county we are in. We're up on the north end of Texas by Arthur City, about 6 miles away from the Oklahoma border. Okay, here we are now up at the top of the hill out of the way. And let's see. I think the shower building's to the right yet.
Yeah.
This isn't much of a video, just a road in the dark. But it's drama. Intense drama, right, Steve? Poor little Nick says he don't know what's going on. Boy, I didn't remember it being quite this far, but you rode the bike up here, right, Steve?
Yep.
Just seems further when you're driving in the dark and you're tense and on edge. Oh, I think I see a light up ahead. Here we are. This is the shower building and the dump station, right? So where's the best spot you think to go? Right in front of the shower building or loop through the dump station?
Well, which direction are we heading? I want to head into the west.
Let's see. I don't have my compass open. It's on my phone. I will have to go find my phone. Okay, here's my compass. Okay, we are kind of facing southeast right now. So if we go to the southwest, maybe around this curve, we'll be nose into the wind.
Okay.
So go around this curve. Trying to stand here. Okay, now we're south. Can you keep going a little? I think this will be a pretty good spot to hunker down for the rest of the night anyhow, because we are next to the building, and if there are tornadoes, we do have a brick building to get into, and it will also help block the wind. Okay, we checked with the Levelmate Pro, and we're only off by about 1/2 inch on the rear tires, so we're perfectly level, good enough for the night. Okay, I think it's time that we put the slide out and go back to bed. Right, Nick? Starting to rain again. Oh well, we're going to stay alert with our phones, but try and get a little bit of sleep. Good night. Well, it's not every day that you spend your night camping in a dump station at a campground. But this is where we hid out for the rest of the night, trying to get away from the trees and the heavy winds blasting us across the lake. So we parked up here near the entrance by the dumpsters in the dump station by the shower buildings. And as you can see, this morning is beautiful. We were supposed to have continued storms at 5 and 6 a.m., but it looks like they were wrong. So we're going to gear up, pull in the bedroom slide, and head back down to our campsite. This was our safe port in the storm.
Seeing that we stayed overnight at the dump station, we might as well dump our holding tanks before we go back to our site for today and next couple days, I guess. And
are going back down to the entrance to the B and C loops. Straight ahead was the A loop. Happy that the bed slides back out. Now he can look out the windows and see what's going on. What a view each morning we wake up. Absolutely beautiful. Thinks we should crawl back in bed and have coffee and donuts. So everything's set back in our site. We're level. The slides are back out. Out the front windshield. And right out our door. Yeah, it's still a little windy this morning. But it sure is pretty. Now to sit down and have some coffee.